Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Tuesday, July 7th, 2020. We'd like to bring you said information pertaining to the murder of George Floyd by a police officer, and several officers aided in that murder of Mr. Floyd. If you need verification for the storyline, please log on to CBS News. 3 of the 4 officers charged in George Floyd's death are now out on bond. One of the former Minneapolis police officers charged in the death of George Floyd was released from jail on July 4th after posting $750,000 bond. He is now the third of the 4 officers involved in Floyd's death who has been set free while awaiting trial. Two Tail 34 posted bond late on Saturday morning, according to Hennepin County Jail records. 2 of the other former officers, Thomas Lane and J. Alexander Quinn, were released last month on $750,000 bond. All 3 officers face counts for aiding and abetting second-degree unintentional murder, as well as aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. The only officer who remains behind bars is Derek Chauvin, who was caught on camera kneeling on Floyd's neck for nearly 8 minutes during an arrest on May 25th, causing Floyd to lose consciousness and later die. Chauvin is charged with second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He is being held on $1 million bond. In the video, Tuo is seen standing by and keeping pedestrians away from Chauvin as Chauvin keeps his knee on Floyd's neck. While Floyd begs for his life and says, "I can't breathe," all 4 officers were fired before being charged for Floyd's death. All 4 officers appeared in a Hennepin County courtroom last week. Tail's attorney said he would file a motion to move the trial, and representatives for all 4 officers said TV cameras should be allowed in the courtroom for the trial. Chauvin and Tail are set to appear in court on September 11th. The trial is set for March 2021. And in this said article, it also says the video of Floyd's death set off a worldwide protest movement calling for police reform. And if you want to see other updates pertaining to George Floyd, it has qualified immunity is at the forefront of the debate on policing. Formula One drivers take a knee in anti-racism campaign, and Floyd's former partner and Brooks' widow share a spiritual bond. And these are other articles if you want to log on. But CBS News is the source. One problem I have with this article is the fact that they made bond. Who bonded these villains out? Also, the fact that it states all 3 officers face counts for aiding and abetting second-degree unintentional murder, which we know first-degree means intentional. Second-degree unintentional. Well, it was intentional in my book. And that's the only issues I have with this said information, is that someone or someone's, plural, bonded these villains out of jail. Because as you see, $750,000, that's a lot of money. You only have to pay 10% of the bail bond, but cash, of course, or property. But it's a problem to me, because why would you want to bond them out? You saw the video. You'd have to be a fool not to have seen it and watched it. And after watching it, you still, in your consciousness, wholeheartedly would go to a jail and put money up for the said people. Why would you do that? But see, I've learned in this world that no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what the crime is, no matter what the person has been accused of doing, even if they have proof that they did it, crimes, people still will aid them. People will rally behind them and support them. So just like that fateful day when they stood by and watched Chauvin with his knee to his neck and didn't say, "Okay, man, you need to let him up now." Here come regular civilians aiding them out. Because I doubt that most of them had $75,000 in their bank account for someone to go in and bond them out of jail. I'm just saying. But who's to say? Maybe. That's the said information coming out of Minneapolis. Just looking at the date, May 25th. It's now July 7th. It's amazing how things can happen. And then the spinoff of that, where people rallying, rioting, turmoil, people giving George Floyd and other African Americans a voice in this country, telling the world that we are tired and that we deserve to be treated as human beings because we are human beings. And now it is July. Time has gone by, but still, the crime is heinous nonetheless. And I just pray that people don't forget about it, with it being just a month or so after the fact. I will bring you another update pertaining to this storyline. Prayers to the Floyd family once again, and condolences. Prayers to all of us out here who are trying to just live and sustain and be in this world that's filled with hate, venom. Just, we live in a horrible time. And I think now with 45 being in office, all this brutality, with police brutality amongst us and against African Americans, crime itself, looking at the way people treat each other, you see how terrible the world is. And you see that there are people who are actually, they're down for the hate. They're down for spewing the venom. I see a lot of nasty comments on social media in regard to this crime of George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd by Chauvin and the other officers. And even before Floyd was murdered, a lot of nasty people, especially a lot of Caucasian people, are very nasty in their commentary on social media about any given subject pertaining to African American people. There's always something nasty said about black people, no matter what the crime is, accusation, nasty crimes, always something nasty spewed out in relation to someone being a Democrat, just really rude and nasty commentary that's unwarranted and doesn't have anything to do with the subject matter. And it's sad, but it shows me and so many other people who are woke that the world is sick and that there are a lot of vengeful people out here who are racist, and the only thing they can do is get up out their beds and get on social media and public TV and anywhere they can open their mouth and spew nasty venom about black people, other races, political parties that aren't Republicans, and just go ham for no damn reason. And I'm sick of it, and I'm tired of it. And I have decided that, as I read on a social media post the other day, don't even participate in anything negative pertaining to number 45. Don't even engage in conversation or an argument. Don't even engage in anything negative. Take the high road. And I concur. You all have a wonderful day. I'll be back. And until the next video, this is Everyday Shenanigans. Bye-bye.